Welcome to a special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
A view of I-40 and with tip. Well, you're right, DA. A big lift for their offense. And he defends, too. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Take a look at Utah. They've had a great season, and will look to extend that into the playoffs. And checking out Oklahoma City. Right behind them, just one spot down.
And, you know, for the Thunder, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as the season winds down.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the three. And for the Thunder, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the small forward position. Back to Adams. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Of course, we know these teams have great perimeter play, and they rely on it a lot.
It feels as though, Kevin, the current rules in today's game favor ball handling. They favor shooting ability. They want high-scoring games with an ability to go unimpeded to the basket. And what it translates to me, it translates to pretty free-flowing basketball. You've seen the game evolve over the years, Kevin. What's your take on it?
I love the way that we see guys with great handles that can shoot, penetrate. I love the bigs outside. I got to tell you, boys, there's nothing about the game I don't like right now.
I'm right there with you.
Rips down the breakaway slam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Following the miss by Michael Conley. Back to Gallinari. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Gallinari's got his second bucket.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
But if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
And you've got to be able to show some resiliency, right? Keep pounding away, and it finally falls for you.
Now, here is Gallinari. Oklahoma City moving it around. Pass to Adams. 5 on the clock. The shot will not fall. Now the Jazz take it the other way.
That was their first miss of the game. 4 for 5 right now. What a good start.
Conley. Paul grabs the board.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
To the paint. Stolen by Mitchell. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Kept alive. Second shot opportunity. Gobert can't hit.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Jazz trail by 6. You know, Greg, for the Thunder fans, hard to see their star power dwindle, but they got a lot in return.
Yeah, but the Thunder were capped out. They hadn't made it past the first round in 3 years. And in exchange for Paul George, they got one of the richest trade packages in league history.
O'Neal misses. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz. And that one is good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
You know that old expression, you can't teach size, but Gobert showing great effort as well. I love that he creates second chance opportunities.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Mitchell kicks to O'Neal. Back to Mitchell. Three-pointer. Sinks the triple.
Boy, the scary potential of Donovan Mitchell overall as a scorer, if it's a consistent three-point shot in his arsenal, forget about it, guys.
Here's Adams. They shoot again. Gallinari trying to get open. And there's the nice layup by Adams.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Conley kicks to Gobert. Shoots over Adams. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Nerlens Noel checks in for Oklahoma City. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Paul. Utah also making some changes. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Royce O'Neal. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. He had stolen by Ingles. Clarkson against Gallinari. Mitchell passes to Mudiay. Mitchell looking it over. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
He does not require much space to get that jumper off. Donovan Mitchell working right now.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. There's a great friendship between Melo, LeBron, Dwayne.
It's been a sort of long.
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GAs spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Thunder, guys.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at the Thunder. Muscala is out there with Nerlens Noel. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Ferguson in at the 3 slot. Gobert brings the double team. Stolen by Clarkson. And now Utah, fast break. Mudiay with the ball. Here's Davis. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Ferguson, the pass to Noel. Now, here is Muscala. Defense is right there. Passes it to Schroeder. 6 on the shot clock. He feeds it to Noel. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
Well, the Jazz's Quinn Snyder has become one of the most respected head coaches in the league. And think, guys, a player poll even had him ranked 7th among coaches they'd like to play for. And consider he's in Utah. That is not exactly a free agent destination.
So it's the Jazz now. The Thunder making the shot. Mudiay, no good. Here's Muscala, the dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It goes on Ed Davis.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
And Oklahoma City making a change. Robertson, he's checked in. And Doris, what is it, do you think, about Quinn Snyder that gives rise to that respect?
Well, you think about it. He played the game at a high level, of course, collegiately at Duke. He has paid his dues as a coach. He's got tremendous intellect for the game. And there's this growth mindset with him. He's always looking at himself. How can I get better?
Now, here's Noel. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Robertson finds Noel. Here's Ferguson, defended by Gobert. Tries from 10. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Davis. Utah trailing here. Inside. Gobert can't hit.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Now, here is Muscala. He's guarded closely. Here's Noel. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Thunder lead by 4. smooth.
Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? And Muscala kicks it over to Schroeder. Doris, if I were to ask you right now in the league who has the most unstoppable shot, who would you tell me?
You know what's interesting, Kevin, is I wonder if in the long view of history, James Harden's step-back three will become sort of an identifiable shot with him, the way the sky hook was with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Like, you wonder, does that become a signature play for James? It certainly is something that's darn near impossible to stop right now.
Here's Ferguson following the bucket by the Jazz. Shoots the three. Muscala dishes to Noel. Davis with some nice D.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling. Now, that's a bad shot until it goes through the net.
2-for-1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
It's stolen by Moutier. Here's Niang, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Gobert, the pass to Moutier. Can't hit from in close. The Thunder have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. And Gobert kicks to Davis. Here's Moutier. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And the first half comes to a close in a Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, a competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. They got their lead up to as many as... And that should...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Donovan Mitchell really making a difference here.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
Well, perhaps the most impressive thing has been his incredible consistency. This guy is a great player who always brings a ton of energy. What a great half.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. And it's O'Neal in it, the small forward.
And gotta give Paul credit. Doesn't panic in those situations. Just remarkable composure.
Guys, when you think about the Jazz, you are talking about an elite defensive unit. Rudy Gobert in the middle, the defensive player of the year, and the guys around him are committed to the scheme and outstanding individual defenders.
And the Jazz very disciplined at the defensive end.
Now, Kevin, you have a veteran squad with the anchor Rudy Gobert, one of the elite shot blockers in the entire league. And this is a group that's so important here. They defend without fouling.
And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
Rudy Gobert, an athletic monster. He fends off the defense with an amazing finish.
Down low, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Or as you think about the anchor of this team, Steven Adams just holds it down in the middle.
Oh, Steven Adams does so much, but it all starts on the defensive end with this guy. He takes away so much space on the interior. He is commanding on the backboards. He contests shots. Everything you could hope for, Steven Adams brings.
Diallo, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Now, here's Mitchell. 6 points for him. Mitchell is double. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And Utah has possession. Gallinari finds Diallo. Back to Gallinari. Oklahoma City moving it around. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Adams. It's stolen by Gobert. And now Utah, fast break. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
You can see Donovan Mitchell's speed and ability to get separation in transition. He is dangerous out there.
Pass to Gallinari. Feeds it to Adams. From 8. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And you look at the way Steven Adams has developed his offense the last few years. It's been a huge boost for this team. He has always been a great defender, but now he is an important cause on this team in terms of scoring.
And with Adams in his offense, you forget how young he is.
And big men, sometimes they just take a little longer to find their path in the NBA. And Adams has certainly found his. I remember him being in mostly to screen and rebound when he was a rookie, but look how far his game has come.
Now here's Paul. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Diallo kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Gallinari. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Ingles, it's not going to go for him. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. It's stolen by Gobert. And stolen by Diallo. The pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Finished off the break. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his first points of the game.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Mitchell wide open. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Mitchell's got the lead up to 6 now for the Jazz. Conley against Paul. Diallo kicks to Paul. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And they double up Paul. Like at 6. All alone. Gobert pulls it in.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
On the wing, Ingles. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 6 rebounds in the game.
Well, the Thunder begin on the defensive end of the floor. This is a team whose formula is to force a ton of turnovers, come up with steals, get out in transition. Last year, 4th in the league in defensive rating.
And so it's Utah here with the ball, following the score by Oklahoma City. Passes it to Ingles. And the layup's good off the glass. Ingles has got the lead back up to 6 now for Utah.
And it looks like they left the defensive effort back in the locker room, guys. They just haven't had the same commitment here defensively in the second half.
Stolen by O'Neal.
Got to recognize the situation, trying to get a 2-for-1.
Well, this is where the play call is crucial, right? If you're in a 2-for-1, you've got to get the first shot quickly.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. And it's Conley that time on the assist by Gobert. And it's a 10-point Utah lead.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Stolen by Michael Conley. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. Here's O'Neal. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Jazz lead by 12.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Diallo. Paul passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Stolen by Conley. Got it up. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Yeah, now they are firing on all cylinders. That shot puts 3.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the Jazz.
That last 2 or 3 minutes.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Robertson is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Mike Muscala. Then it's Noel. And it's George in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Doris, you played, you've coached, you've broadcast, you've done it all in this business. How did you like to be coached when you were a player at the very top of your game?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things were coaches who challenged me, those who would not allow me to accept the level I was currently at, those who wanted to push me and extend and expand my game. Listen, every player wants to be respected. Every player wants to feel valued. But the great ones to me, the LeBron James, the Kevin Durant's, they want to be coached hard. They want you to push them to the greatest possible level they're capable of.
That's great insight. Thunder trailing by 16. Schroeder passes to Noel. That's tipped. Now here's Robertson. And again, Utah running the court in transition. Lobbed up there for Mitchell. Fast break, here they come. Dort passes to Muscala. Here's Noel. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Ed Davis.
I absolutely love to see Noel working on different aspects of his game. Loves fooling the defense with that up fake.
The Jazz making a switch here. Ingles is checked in. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Clarkson surveying the floor. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Wow, big time move by Jordan Clarkson. The defense forced to adjust. That's an incredible drive.
And slam dunk by Noel.
I guess he didn't appreciate getting scored on that last strip.
I guess not. He threw it down right on top of him. Mitchell outside. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Well, it's all about decision making in the pick and roll, and Donovan Mitchell making all the right choices.
Pass to Schroeder. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And the playmaking of Joe Ingles is such a valuable asset for the Jazz.
Well, Greg, they've needed more shot creation, and his growth in that regard, especially operating in the pick and roll, such a big lift to their offense.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Molinari comes in for Muscala, and Ferguson subbed in for Robertson. Utah also making some changes. Gobert, he's checked in for Davis. And it's Conley in for George Niang.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
And the basket by Ingles.
I'll tell you, you have to have some measure of composure close to the bucket. Mr. Ingles doing work.
Ferguson kicks to Gallinari. Now the pass to Ferguson over Mitchell. The Thunder with another miss. Jazz leading by 17. On the wing, Ingles. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 3 assists tonight.
I'll tell you, Ingles is just such a pro. This guy is unafraid despite the defense.
Pass to Gallinari. Here's Ferguson. The feed now to Noel. Schroeder against Conley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go with the 3. And that's a foul called on Gallinari. That's foul number 2 for him. For the Thunder, Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Terrence Ferguson. And Paul subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. And a switcher also for Utah. O'Neal's checked in for Clarkson. Conley gets the bucket.
Yeah, and ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Here's Gallinari. Lays it up off the glass.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Utah Jazz. Here's O'Neal. Gobert. And there's Gobert putting it right back in. And the Jazz lead by 21.
Well, hard blue-collar work ethic on display. This guy just beating everyone to the ball.
Passes it to Dort. Gallinari left side. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. The pass to Dort. Fires the 3. The rebound by the Jazz.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Jazz.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games. And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Rudy Gobert.
Boy, I think he made his presence felt in the paint more than anywhere else. This guy's rebounding numbers were outstanding. He controlled the glass.
Paul passes to Dort. Inside. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Substitution on the court.
One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Bradley up top. Lots of room. That's good on the jump shot.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play one test game for each one.
We get a look at the sun shining in the building. And doing it all, DA. Thanks. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Sharch.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Looking at the starting 5 for the Phoenix Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Ayton is out there with Johnson, and it's Bridges in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Jazz, inside we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. And it's O'Neal in at the 3 spot.
That's a good job by Ayton making the read and staying aggressive on defense, helping to get that steal.
Well, the development for DeAndre Ayton is going to be all about the pick and roll, both how he runs it and defends it.
I agree, Kevin. If he works with Devin Booker out there as an offensive threat and becomes a guy who can roll with good hands and finish, that's a key for their offense. And you look at his size defensively, he can be imposing.
Pass to Booker. Over Mitchell. No good from Booker. Looking at the Suns, they want to turn it around after the loss to Portland. O'Neal passes to Gobert. And here's Ingles outside. And there's Gobert putting it right back in.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now here's Booker. 29 points for him last game against Portland. Here's Ingles, and he goes in for the dunk.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Bridges shot, good.
Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Now, here's Mitchell. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it. Ayton, his shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Ayton pouring a foundation there on the inside, just living in the paint.
Mitchell finds Conley from downtown. And it's Mitchell missing. The Suns have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Deep, here's Bridges. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got his 3rd assist on the night. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And with this summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
Here's Booker, following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. And Booker kicks to Rubio, launches it. No good from Booker. It's Gobert with the ball for the Jazz. This time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, I remember last time they met up, they just got ran out of the building. They weren't too happy with some of the calls in that game either.
Yeah, they wound up with a lot of foul trouble, but that's on them. The officials were calling it tight, and they never really adjusted. They kept committing fouls, kept complaining, and the game kept getting out of control.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That is his first foul of the game for the Jazz. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. And a change for the Suns. Sharch checked in for Johnson.
If there's a skill set you'd like your point guard to have, that's exceptional court vision. Mudiay shows it off there with that assist.
Rubio against Mudiay. And here's Booker from the arc. Again, the miss by Booker.
Is it getting cold in here, Kevin? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Stolen by Clarkson. To the paint. Here's Ingles. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Rubio, the pass to Sharch. And here's Booker from the arc. The offensive rebound.
And the anticipation of Saric, outstanding at staying engaged and just eating up those rebounds.
To the middle, here's Ingles. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Right wing. Bridges kicks to Rubio. 6 to shoot. Booker against Clarkson. Lets it go. Ayton. And Ayton stays with it. Ayton's got 6.
Ayton's so big inside, he turns a miss into an opportunity.
Gobert with a wide open look. And that one released in time, but no good. It's the end of the first with a tie game here. And already these... Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
You know, I like the confidence that they've shown here early on.
Yeah, I think they've controlled the momentum, and that is showing up.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
We've got Davis. Moutier out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Niang in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second. And here are the Suns now. Following Emmanuel Moutier's 3. From 8, here's Baines. Gobert with the defensive effort. And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 20/20. But Greek Freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style. Not something that's always associated with foreign-born players. But they're erasing that perception.
Now, here's Clarkson. Out left to the wing. Moutier kicks to Clarkson. Here's Davis. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Out to Carter. Pass to Jerome. And here is Saric. Shoots over Clarkson. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
A different look for Utah. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in for Emmanuel Moutier. And a change for the Suns. Johnson, he's checked in for Dario Saric. Now, here's Mitchell. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game. Great open look there. Niang's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. To stop the run, and Kaminsky lays it up and in.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
The drive by Mitchell. Here's Davis. And he overshot that one, missing. Suns trail by 6. Greg, for the Phoenix Suns, with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought, there is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raise some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
Here's Niang. No good. So Phoenix will take it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, they couldn't do it in that one. Always a step slow in closing out the shooters and maybe even recognition of who was on the floor. Just not enough energy, and that's a tough way to win on the road.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Jerome passes to Kaminsky. Here's Baines, and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Baines has got his first 2 points. Mitchell looking it over. Fires for 3, and the Jazz another 3.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today can do.
The shot by Carter, nobody around. Here's Baines, a second chance effort. A rebound by the Jazz. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder. Pass to Niang. To the wing on the left. Conley kicks to Clarkson. To the inside. Here's Davis. Unable to get that one. The Suns go the other way with it. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Carter for 3. The rebound by Niang. Jazz leading by 4. Here's Clarkson. And that one drops. Clarkson's got 4 points in the quarter.
A pretty good hustle. Clarkson out on the break. He can be dynamic there.
Carter for three. Carter can't get that one to fall.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Mitchell's shot is good.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Conley kicks to Clarkson. Outside Conley. Shot on the wing. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the... And that should do it with the second half about...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Donovan Mitchell really making a difference here.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the five from Monty Williams. Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Bridges, and it's Ayton in at the 5 spot. Was there any steal in the 2017 draft bigger than Donovan Mitchell? My goodness, guys, Utah looks like they found a franchise player with him.
I mean, to see a player his age come in and just be an elite scorer is impressive. Very explosive in transition, but also in the half court. Reminds you a bit of Westbrook or a young D. Wade with how he plays.
Ingles can't get it to go. So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Suns, trailing here by 8. The shot from the low post is good.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Here's Conley after the made shot from Ricky Rubio. That one goes in. Conley's got the lead up to 8 now for the Jazz. Suns have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Booker finds 8 from outside the arc. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Jazz passing it around. On the wing, Mitchell. Outside Conley. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Ingles has got 8 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Ayton. Here's Johnson. Dishes it to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Does it feel good as a big man like Ayton to throw it down? You bet it does.
Jazz leading by 8. Here's Conley. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Tips it, and there's Gobert putting it right back in. And it's a 12-point Utah lead.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Ayton, Gobert with the block, and he gets it back. And there's the pass to Booker. And Rubio kicks to Johnson. And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That's his first foul. Brent, when it comes to moving around in tight quarters without a lot of space, who's the quickest player that you have seen in a half-court set this year?
It's still remarkable to watch where it is that Kyrie Irving can get to on the floor in any sort of possession. It's like he could take 50 dribbles in the phone booth and find a way out of it. spinning around and finding gaps within the defense. But it's not his handle with just the one hand, right, Kevin? It's about he has an idea of after he does the moves around the traffic, when he gets into the basket, multiple ways of finishing, much like Rod Strickland, who's a tremendous finisher in his days years and years ago. Kyrie's got a lot of that in his game.
And Ayton throws it down.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. Now, here's Moutier. Gobert, the pass to Clarkson. Good on the three-point shot. Clarkson's got his third bucket of the night.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Ingles against Saric. Gobert with the block.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy. Oh, great ball movement there.
Suns trail by 18. Rubio dishes to Bridges. Ayton inside. Defended by Gobert. Rubio outside. Booker outside. Back to Bridges. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. Both teams deciding to change it up. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's a fearless attack from Moutier, which helps earn him a trip to the free throw line.
The Jazz shooting their first free throws here tonight. Both shots good from the stripe. And here's Carter. He's got 5. And that time, also a missed shot. That will count. No good on the last second attempt there. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but overall. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Rudy Gobert is out there with Davis. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Emmanuel Moutier. And it's Niang in at the 3. That's the group right now for Utah. And he jams it with authority.
Really good job on the timing of that cut into the lane. The speed that Clarkson has can be a problem for the defense.
Bridges kicks to Saric. Booker the pass to Baines. Suns moving the ball around. Down low. Fade away. That one wide left.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Passes to Clarkson. Back to Moutier. Clarkson against Booker. The shot by Clarkson, no good. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Phoenix. And Saric kicks to Bridges. Phoenix, no good that time either. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Clarkson from outside off the mark. For Phoenix, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Bridges misses.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Moutier passed to Clarkson. Trying to get open is Davis. Come on. Another miss by Utah. And here we go. Saric, the fast break chance. Carter for 3. They get it again. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Jazz leading by 22. Davis kicks to Clarkson. Bridges with the board.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Assist from Dario Saric.
Here's Clarkson. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. To the middle, puts it up from 12, and so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
And the Jazz with some changes. Joe Ingles is checked in for Davis. Mitchell comes in for George Niang. And Mike Conley subbed in for Mudiay. And then for Phoenix, Kaminsky comes in for Aaron Baines. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Cook. And there's Gobert putting it right back in. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 17 rebounds. Booker against Mitchell. Lets it go from the wing. Phoenix no good that time either.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Back to Clarkson. Ingles passes to Conley. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Here's Rubio. Phoenix keeping it alive with a new 14. And finished off by Kaminsky.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. Jazz leading by 23.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Jazz.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Rudy Gobert.
You can set a tone with defense, and that's exactly what he did with how he protected the rim.
Here's Tucker. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
And the basket by Kaminsky.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
To the paint, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Bradley can't get it to go. Okobo looking over the floor. Out to the wing. Pass to Johnson. Kaminsky kicks to Johnson. From deep three-point range. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. They won this. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining.
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
I can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course,
from the plains of Oklahoma, we get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. They've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far. And, of course, there's the Suns. They just haven't had the type of record they've wanted.
And right now for Phoenix, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
It just feels like they're sputtering right now. Every time you think they've turned the corner, they really haven't.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Ayton is out there with Johnson, and it's Bridges in at the 3 slot. And for the Thunder, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul, and it's Dort in at the 3.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Ayton, good. And a nice assist from Booker. What great athleticism with both these teams. I mean, every move so graceful, so skilled. I mean, majestic.
It is, Kevin. There's an explosiveness. There's this speed that is absolutely incredible to watch. Every possession up and down the floor could have the potential highlight reel.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Well, that's the court awareness of Mr. Devin Booker. This guy increasingly becoming such a good passer.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, defended by Booker. Adams, some solid defense from Ayton. There's the triple. The Thunder pull it in. And so just over a minute and a half played. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
The vision, the timelessness of Chris Paul's game for many years. He's made everyone around him better.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Johnson goes in. Basket good.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Dort passes to Adams. Paul outside. They get it back. A putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Booker. Tips it up, and Ayton stays with it.
This guy, a relentless force on the glass. DeAndre Ayton going to work and getting the putback.
And stolen by Ayton. The drive by Booker. Kicks it out to Johnson. Booker the pass to Johnson. Goes back up. No good from Booker.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Now, here is Gallinari. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Utah.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
The drive by Booker, and he uses the glass on the layup. Booker's got 5 points so far.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's tightly guarded, and he gets it to go. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And you know this, Greg. He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Here's Ayton to the right side. Shoots over Adams, and there's Ayton, and that's good on the assist by Bridges. Ayton's got his third basket of the night right there. Thunder trailing by 5. Inside. Here's Gallinari. Doesn't go that time. Excellent D there by Johnson. Here's Booker. Makes it off the glass. He's got 7.
How about the ability to adjust and finish in different situations? Devin Booker, elite as a scorer.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Kick out to Adams. Gallinari right side. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Ayton. Banked in off the glass.
This guy has got a dominant physical frame, incredible athleticism. Nice job by DeAndre Ayton inside.
Here's Gallinari. Johnson with some nice D. DeAndre Ayton, he is... Chris Paul, an elite defensive player, a student.
The steals thing is just something that I've always had a knack for doing.
You hear about the importance of watching film, Greg. It reveals itself in many ways.
And learning guys' habits. What they like to do gives him a knack for when to go after steals without hurting his team.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they, Greg? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
On the court for the Suns, inside, Saric and Bain. Then there's Carter. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. And it's Jerome in at the point.
Well, coaches love seeing this from Dennis Schroeder. Recognize the situation, find the open teammate.
Kaminsky, he's checked in for Phoenix. Ball stolen. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns. And it seems like we've seen more and more of these guys in recent years. Big men who can shoot the 3. Over the last month, these have been the best of them. In the third spot, Dario Saric.
And the value of having a big man who can do what these guys can is that they draw bigger defenders out of the paint. You have to stay with them wherever they go.
You know, and that causes all sorts of matchup problems for an opponent. Just the threat of one of them getting hot from three-point range affects the defensive game plan.
Now here's Noel. Following the missed shot by Dario Saric. Ferguson, the pass to Muscala. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Phoenix leading by 5. Saric outside. Pass to Baines. Tipped away. It's stolen by Muscala. Pushing it up. There's Noel. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
That's good.
Look, Kev, he might have a wiry frame, but Nerlens Noel has deceptive strength. Makes the D look helpless there.
Robertson, he's checked in for the Thunder.
Well, you look at the Suns going forward. They have got to believe a big part of the puzzle is DeAndre Ayton. This guy was the #1 overall pick in last year's draft.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
Ferguson, the pass to Muscala. Schroeder against Saric. Muscala hits the bucket. Muscala's got it all tied up now for the Thunder. Doris Ayton, a terrific rebounder. He can score in the paint, and of course, he is still improving.
Yeah, what you like about DeAndre Ayton, Kev, is he doesn't just rely on his God-given talent. This guy knows he needs to be more consistent with the jumper, improve his overall defensive awareness, but this guy is willing to put in the work to become a complete and great NBA player.
Here's Saric, following the score by Oklahoma City. Here's Jerome. They get it back. Can't hit that one. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. They picked up 11 straight. And Muscala kicks it over to Schroeder. And it's off from three-point range. Suns have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Here's Kaminsky. Another shot. And the rejection by Noel.
We know Noel is a superb shot blocker. It may be his best attribute, Kevin.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Carter with the three. Phoenix, no good that time either.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Tremendous effort, tremendous timing, the ability to alter shots on the perimeter. That was beautiful.
And Doris, hard to find many arenas that have a better home court advantage than Oklahoma City.
Greg, it is the only show in Oklahoma City, and this arena gets loud. The fans come out every game. There is no doubting this is one of the best arenas in the NBA.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Adams, he's checked in for Mike Muscala. Gallinari comes in for Terrence Ferguson. And Paul subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. So here's Gallinari. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. Pass to Robertson. And Noel kicks to Robertson. Back to Noel. The pass to Robertson. Clock at 6. And it's Noel missing. Suns trail by 4. Rubio left side. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
Well, it's encouraging to me that Devin Booker is willing to mix it up on the glass. How about that offensive board? Pretty.
Paul passes to Gallinari. Now, here's Robertson. Defended by Booker. And it's Noel missing.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Here's Saric. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 3 assists tonight. The Thunder have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. And that one falls for Paul.
And the future Hall of Famer continues to get it done. Paul is a special point guard who just wants to win.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
And Rubio kicks to Booker. Cans it from downtown. Booker's got 14 points for the game.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Phoenix Suns.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. Devin Booker putting in some incredible work. He had 16 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. And that
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Dort in at the small forward position. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Doris, you've said this often, it is incredibly difficult to compare guys of different positions in different areas, isn't it?
It really is. There's so many discussions about who's the GOAT, who's the greatest of all potential time. And there are certain names that are always going to pop to the top of the list, LeBron James. But it's very difficult to me, say, to compare a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the greatest to ever man the center position, had the impossible to check sky hook. But how do you compare him with LeBron James, who, though he is, and I don't know what position he is, he may be the greatest passer in the history of the league. Like, let's enjoy individual greatness without comparison.
Now here's Booker. Danilo Gallinari unable to get his last shot to go. Doris, what has impressed me about Booker is that he's put up great numbers despite not having a lot of franchise stability at the start of his career.
No doubt, Kevin. For Devin Booker, his first 4 seasons, he had 4 different head coaches. That doesn't even start to touch the roster turnover he's dealt with. Through everything he's faced, he has produced on the offensive end. You love this guy's upside.
Adams, the pass to Dort. Trying to find Gallinari and gets it to him. An easy 2 points on the layup. Gallinari's got 8.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Now Adams, after Devin Booker missing on that last 3-pointer.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Now Rubio. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's his first foul. And Adams has got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. And Adams sends it back.
Boy, this guy is such a defensive stalwart. Steven Adams' size and timing. Send it back, Steven. Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Diallo, he's checked in for the Thunder. And a change for the Suns. Sharge has checked in.
In the first few seasons in the NBA, not an easy time for Terrence Ferguson. Young wings have their ups and downs, but the franchise still very much believes in his talent.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Noel's checked in. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Carter with it. Diallo's there. Here's Sharge. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Sharge has got his 3rd basket of the night. The Thunder with the lead. And with Ferguson, the fans can be hard on him. They're expecting more. But, Greg, it's going to take time for him.
You know, Ferguson has already made big strides with his defense. The shot and consistency will come, but the fans will have to be patient with it.
Clock at 4. Muscala finds Schroeder. Noel trying to break loose. And it's good with time running down in the shot clock.
Well, rhythm, confidence. When Schroeder is pulling the trigger, you know he's feeling it.
It's stolen by Muscala. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. And that one drops for him. Now it's a 5-point Thunder lead.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Lets it go with a 3. Jerome, no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
To the middle, here's Diallo, and it's blocked. Now, here's Bridges. Guarded closely to the paint. Here's Jerome, and he banks in the layup.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
The Thunder leading by 3. Schroeder passes to Ferguson. Now here is Muscala. Defended by Bridges. Pass to Ferguson. Schroeder dishes to Muscala. Just 5 to shoot. Got a piece of it.
Oh, Dario Saric sends it back. Go ahead, sir. Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
Robertson, he's checked in for Ferguson. Now here is Carter. He's guarded by Diallo. Carter, the pass to Booker. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Carter's got 3 assists now in this one.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Now here's Schroeder. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. From deep, it's deflected, and he's able to get it back. Rocket 2, Noel misses the baby hook. Kaminsky kicks to Booker. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
How about the ability to adjust after the contact? Booker, the score in the and one.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
Free throw good, Booker. Ball fires from way outside. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the hump.
Hold your ground. Don't let him back your way in.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for the Suns, Booker and Johnson fill out the wing. Kaminsky out there with Ayton. And it's Rubio in at the point guard. Now Robertson, after Devin Booker missing on that last 3-pointer.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Well, Mr. Ayton decides, why just lay it up when you can finish with authority?
Pass to going up. And it's blocked. Booker outside. From past the arc. Knocks it loose.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
And the basket is good.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Reason number 1, CP3 is out there making strong passes, keeping the offense flowing.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Adams comes in for Nerlens Noel. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Robertson. And Phoenix also making a switch. Bridges checks in. Rubio misses. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns. The Suns trailing.
Rubio.
Booker outside. The shot's good. Booker's got 12 points here in the second half.
Devin Booker has got a 70-point game in his history. He is cooking. You might want to check him tonight.
Left side, Adams. Oklahoma City moving it around. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Left side, Adams. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ayton.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
I think the player most closely identified with the Phoenix Suns the last 3 years, obviously Devin Booker. You know, here's a guy who averaged well over 20 points. He can beat you with the pass as well. He's the piece that gives this team great hope for the future.
And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Booker. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And what's astounding, even with Booker, the Suns have been last, Doris, in three-point accuracy 2 straight seasons.
Yeah, and I think that speaks, Kev, to the roster construction. You need floor spacing to win games, and it can't be from just one guy. This franchise knows that. They just haven't been able to yet solve the problem.
No good from Booker.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Out to Gallinari. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
The Suns making a switch here. Charge is checked in. Suns trail by 7. Rubio with it. Passes it to Booker. Shot to stop the run. No good off the back of the rim.
Just a cold shooting night. Needs to try to make it into the basket.
The pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Dort. Five to shoot. Kicks to Adams. From 18 feet away, Dort misses. Phoenix has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Saric outside, beyond the arc. But they recover it. Bridges, they get a hand on it. Rubio, the pass to Saric. Now here's Booker. Goes back up. The rebound by Steven Adams. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Paul looking around. To the left side wing. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Suns shooting 43% for the game. For 3, Booker, it counts. And now they trail by just 4.
Well, he can hit big shots. Booker's about as confident a young man as we've seen when the pressure's on.
The drive by Paul. And Adams kicks to Paul. Pass to Dort. Paul with the ball. Bridges covering. Out to Gallinari. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
Well, so great when your offense produces a shot that close to the rim. The rest of the work becomes easier.
Trifecta! 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
And I don't need to tell you guys, those free throws are big 2-possession game now.
Knocks down the trifecta.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Greg, to me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen. Well, he tries to answer with a 3 of his own and can't do it. You can't get caught up in the one-on-one aspect.
And the Suns call time here. They trail by 2. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
Well, they've got to be aggressive, guys, because the defense doesn't want to foul here.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Paul.
And he's had a very good night shooting the basketball. A little over 50% from the field. And a lot of those shots have come against some tight D. That shows the level of his focus and consistency.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Seconds left in the game. The 11-footer. Off wide. They could win it. Oh, couldn't sink the shot, and we're going to overtime. And regulation now complete.
All right, fans, get on your feet and make some noise for Keith.
Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one.
Here we go.
It'll be the Thunder off the tip, and away we go here with post-regulation basketball. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So for Oklahoma City right now, they've got Noel, Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul. Then there's Gallinari, and it's Dort in at the 3 spot. Paul left side. He's looking for Noel.
What a remarkable vertical. Nerlens Noel demonstrating what a sensational athlete he is.
For 3, Bridges. Another 3 for Phoenix.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Under trailing by 3. Paul goes in. Pass to Dort. Paul with the ball. Dishes to Noel. Yep, that one goes. Noel's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, the tenaciousness of Nerlens Noel taking over big.
Bridges, no one around him. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Noel's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Ayton.
And that's an example of his athleticism, right? Nerlens Noel, the ability to leap up and brand it home.
Johnson, he's checked in for Sharpish. Now, here's Bridges. Booker finds Rubio. Bridges for 3. Stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall. The Thunder have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop so far in overtime. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Count that one. And the Thunder lead by 4.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that.
And here's Booker from the arc. They get it back.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
Got a hand on it. Overtime in full swing here. 2 minutes off the clock. Rubio misses. For Oklahoma City, they've gone a stellar 4 of 5 from the floor since the start of overtime. Paul dishes to Noel. Dort passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gallinari down low. He's guarded by Booker. Gallinari, and it's Gallinari on the follow.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. That's a 2 from Paul. That one a little long. It's been several possessions since they've converted.
And they've got to find a way to change that.
Noel finds Paul. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Defended by Bridges. The 10-footer. And there's Gallinari on the assist by Paul.
I tell you, he's making everything he looks at tonight. He should be their #1 option on every possession.
So we see the Thunder get the win here. And David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Hang time, moving the plug in the power, ayy. Came with a charge in my alley, ooh. Charge it again like it's credit, your team crowd need to edit, yeah. I see face and credit, hold up, ooh, that's dead. Need a minute, need a plan to revive, let's get a shot pressing. They say what I say, they got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with a step back, throw that shot up, I don't miss off.
The Jazz coming down the tunnel earlier, ready to do battle on their home. Getting late in the season, let's see how the standings are out west. We look at the Jazz, advantage in one series. And checking out Oklahoma City, right on their heels and with their sights set on gaining ground.
And seeing where Utah is, most of the preseason predictions were right on the money when it came to them. I mean, a playoff contender, but not necessarily championship caliber.
I agree. As good as they've been, they do seem like they're missing that true killer instinct that sets the great teams apart from the good ones.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul, and it's Dort in at the 3 spot. And for Utah, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert, and it's O'Neal in at the small forward. Shot clock at 5. Gallinari inside the 3-point line, kept alive, passes it to Dort. Paul looking over the floor, over Conley, and it's Paul missing. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league.
Now, here is O'Neal, following the miss by Donovan Mitchell. Conley finds Gobert. It's stolen by Adams. To the inside, Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gallinari, very unselfish, draws a lot of defensive attention, which often leads to open teammates.
There's the pass to Mitchell. Now, here is O'Neal. He's covered closely. And there's Mitchell. That's good on the assist by O'Neal.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
When he's feeling good, he can help you stretch the defense a lot.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Gilgeous-Alexander with it, guarded by O'Neal. Adams. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Mitchell against Paul. Mitchell passes to Gobert. Back to Ingles. Jazz passing it around. And slam dunk by Gobert.
We've talked about it before. Unselfish, great awareness. Ingles willing to turn down the shot if someone can break free.
Adams, 2 points. That one goes.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time. Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Royce O'Neal. Nerlens Noel checks in for the Thunder.
And Smitty, as tough as they are on D, The Jazz have been middle of the pack offensively. How do they improve there?
You know, GA, they can be a top 10 offense. The two things that have held them back are turnovers and poor free throw shooting.
Mitchell dishes to Ingles. Some solid D from Paul.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Kick out to Adams. Down low. Here's Noel. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
With the basketball in hand, no one is more patient than Paul. Waits for his man to break free.
All against Conley. And Adams sends it back. Gallinari outside. Paul outside. Pass to Adams. Shot clock at 6. And here's Gallinari outside. Nailed from three-point land.
When you're talking about Gallinari, he's always been a solid three-point shooter. Very consistent over the course of his career.
Offensive rebound. Gobert the pass to Ingles. No good, unable to end this run.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Ed Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles. George Niang comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. Clarkson kicks to Niang. For 3. The three-pointer is right on target. Here's Diallo. Here's Noel. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark, and still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Jazz up by 2. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's their strategy. Try to overwhelm you. Try to put you in a hole you have to dig yourself out of.
We've got Davis. Emmanuel Mudiay out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Niang in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second. And the rejection by Noel. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noel. And the Jazz making a change here. O'Neal's checked in, and it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Dennis Schroeder. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games. Putting up about 18 points per, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
Steve, nothing finer than having a star on your team who also makes everyone else feel better, feel involved, right?
You're totally right, Kevin. I talked to a lot of these general managers and owners, and they talk about they're looking for the unselfish star. Not just the star, the unselfish star. And what they mean by that, on the court, off the court, the guy that understands it's about team versus him.
Down he goes. Nice one there from Niang.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
Now Diallo. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Schroeder outside. Pass to Noel. Now here's Diallo. No one near him. Rebound, Utah. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder. To the inside. It's deflected. Clarkson on the wing. Passes it to Mudiay. And Mudiay throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
And that's how you answer. I'd say he just one-upped him. Pretty good one there.
These two guys really like going at each other, don't they?
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Here's Diallo. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Moutier pass to Niang. And here is O'Neal. To the paint. Here's Niang. It's tipped. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Schroeder leading the charge. And it goes down 2 points. And now just a 2-point Utah lead.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Here's Moutier. Offensive rebound. Here's Niang. And the rejection by Noel. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. 1:37 left to play here in the second quarter.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
In the corner, O'Neal with it. The pass to Niang. Back to O'Neal. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Niang. He's got 6. Back to O'Neal. Utah needs to get off a shot here. That's tipped, but they get it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Mitchell, he's checked in for the Jazz. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Oklahoma City trailer. And here's Schroeder. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Utah.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
Here's Muscala. A rebound by the Jazz. Niang's got his 4th rebound in this one. Inside. Davis kicks to O'Neal. No good. Shot missing. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And that one, good.
And they repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now, here's Moutier. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's speed. 6 points for Emmanuel Moutier.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Jazz lead by 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. And that'll do it.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Nice game. Great performance by Emmanuel Moutier.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Dort in at the small forward position. Utah has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting.
That time, a lot of young guys would have jacked up a shot. Patience. Man flashes open. Mitchell delivers the basketball on time.
They get the rebound. Adams. Gobert with the block. And they're able to recover. And the whistle blows as the basket counts in a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. For Oklahoma City, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
A defense unto himself. Rudy Gobert regarded by his team as the Utah Jazz version of Bill Russell.
And a moment to check out now what Utah has coming up. On Friday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And for the matchup with the Lakers, they can't come out playing timid. Just because they're facing the top team in the West, you've got to play your game, minimize mistakes, and if they do that, they got a chance at the W.
Ingles kicks to O'Neal. Mitchell outside. And the layup's good off the glass. Mitchell's got 5. And Smitty, the standing reach of Gobert, 9'7". He's around the rim before he leaves his feet.
Yes, Kevin, the most efficient shots in basketball are dunks and layups, and he makes them hard to come by.
To the middle. Left block shot on the way. Will not go. This is off the front eye. For the lead. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Utah leading. Conley left side. Mitchell with it. He has 5. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Mitchell's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Doing great things at the offensive end. 3 for 4 to start this half.
He had stolen by Ingles. Conley against Paul. Ingles. And he gets the whip. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And it's Mitchell missing. For Oklahoma City, they've gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Paul. Here's Dort. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Stolen by Mitchell. One-on-one fast break. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
A much different player here in the second half. He's taken advantage of what the defense allows.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And you've seen they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
Gallinari left side. He feeds it to Adams. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is up and in. Adams has got 6.
And not his quarter, scoring-wise. Just 1 of 7 from the field.
Mitchell wide open. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Thunder trailing by 4. Here's Paul. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
One of the most vocal players in this league. CP3 is known as a tremendous leader.
So Utah Going with an almost entirely new group here. Ed Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles. George Niang comes in for O'Neal. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Mitchell. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. Davis. It's good on the putback. And the Jazz lead by 4.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Pass to Schroeder. He kicks it to Muscala. 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. And it's Schroeder missing. Here's Niang. Here's Gobert. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. We're going to keep the defense on its heels.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Rudy Gobert is out there with Davis. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Mudiay. And it's Niang in at the 3. That's the group right now for Utah. And Muscala kicks it over to Schroeder. Back to Muscala. Schroeder looking around. Takes a 3. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Niang passes to Davis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Utah. Conley now comes in for Mudiay. And a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Diallo, he's checked in for Muscala. Pass to Ferguson. Here's Noel. And he can't bank that one in. Down low, here's Conley. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Conley's got the lead up to 9 now for the Jazz.
One of Conley's calling cards, getting into the paint and converting, even though he's often the smallest guy on the floor.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Count it.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Ferguson, the pass to Robertson. Now the feed to Noel. And it's Schroeder in the corner. Hits it from 3-point range.
Typically playing the role of catalyst. This time, Schroeder's the one who gets set up.
Here's Conley, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Dennis Schroeder. Greg, some folks suspected Conley might be moved when Memphis had a shot at drafting John Morant right before the draft that deal took place.
I tell you what, he looks to be a great fit in Utah. Can be that 3rd star the team needs to push them to the next level. Utah had to give up a fair sum to get him, but it was worth the risk.
Royce O'Neal's checked in for the Jazz. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Gallinari's checked in.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Here's Dort. Passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires for 3. Drills the 3-pointer.
An underrated shooter. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander hit 40% from range at Kentucky.
And that's a foul called on Gallinari. That's his first foul. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Clarkson. And then for Oklahoma City, Adams comes in for Nerlens Noel. And Paul's subbed in for Dennis Schroeder.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
It's incredible, and I'll tell you what, it's a joy to watch. There's more to his game than threes and dunks.
Ball against Conley. Inside. And the basket by Ingles.
When you need a hoop in a close ball game, Joe Ingles is a sneaky choice. He made that play.
Paul against Conley. Paul passes to Dort. At the ball, stolen by O'Neal. 3-on-3. Ingles kicks to Gobert. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. Thunder trailing by 5. Now here's Paul. Feeds to Adams. Lets it go from 11. Mike Conley with the rebound. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Utah. 1:10 left to play here in the fourth. To the inside. Gobert. Conley, the pass to Gobert. Over Gallinari. That one rolling around and rims out. Oklahoma City has gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Knocked away. Conley kicks to Gobert. The dish to O'Neal. 6 on the shot clock. The Jazz with another miss. Here's Dort. Guarded by O'Neal. Dort passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder with another miss. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Nice ball movement by Utah. Conley finds Mitchell. Now Ingles. Adams defending. Ingles passes to O'Neal. Back to Mitchell. From deep. You can't get that one. So we see the Jazz get the win here. It was a fantastic. All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20...
That's a great look at our locations. And we're going to break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Jazz, they've had a great season, and will look to extend that into the playoffs. And, of course, the Suns, they're at the bottom of the conference.
And I think for the Jazz, they've fulfilled a lot of the promise they showed coming into the season. But they just haven't taken that next leap forward so many thought they might.
They still had enough players take positive steps forward to call this season a success. Maybe they're not at the top of the standings where they hope they'd be, but they're in really good position in terms of the playoff picture.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3 spot. And for Phoenix, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Bridges out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the center position. Tonight, both these teams missing key players. Brent, if you're a backup, talk about the pressure of replacing an injured star. That's got to be difficult.
Well, Kevin, you see throughout the course of the season with how much NBA basketball you watch, how much a player's opportunity coming off the bench can be enhanced by what the role has been before coming into this game. Going from 0 minutes to playing 35 is tough, but if that player has found the rhythm at 12 and 15 minutes, tonight he should be chomping at the bit. He's ready to go. He's been getting those incremental moments on the floor. Tonight's the time for him to step up.
Incredible opportunity.
Great chance.
Capable of scoring from anywhere. Gotta be cognizant of Conley when he's looking to shoot.
And Rubio kicks to Ayton. And here's Booker from the arc. The rebound by the Jazz. Last time they met was in Utah.
Yeah, in this game, they'll want to approach things a little differently, I think. Got blown out last time due to being a little too aggressive on the defensive side.
And that led to a few of their key guys spending long stretches of the game on the bench because of foul trouble. Hard to find yourself back in a rhythm when you do that.
Conley, and there's another one for the Jazz.
It's a solid opening quarter right here. Very active and creating a lot of good opportunities for himself.
Bridges shot, good.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Mitchell looking it over. On the pass to Ingles. He kicks to O'Neal. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Suns.
Looking now at some numbers for Mitchell. He's been a factor for them over the last month, averaging about 22 points per, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And guys, he can just explode for points anytime he steps on the court.
Well, he looks to score, and he looks to score often.
Now here's Johnson. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
Well, Booker has established that he can score, and now showing that he can play make.
Rubio against Conley. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Good work there as it goes. Conley's got 6. The Suns have gone 2 of 6 from the field. And over the course of his career, Mike Conley taking on more and more of the leadership mantle.
He's embraced it, Kevin. And he said letting his hair down was a way of letting go and just being confident in himself.
Now, here is O'Neal. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, but there's always this point, Kevin, you got to look at where did he also impact the game. It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
Saric is checked in for the Suns. Carter comes in for Ricky Rubio. Utah also making some changes. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Royce O'Neal. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. Now, here's Clarkson, following the miss by Emmanuel Mudiay. And that one good from Clarkson.
Well, Clarkson doing his best to keep that mid-range jump shot from dying off.
And it's good for 2. 1:30 left in the first. So for Phoenix, their last game, a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's his first foul. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And it's Davis missing. The Suns have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Carter for 3. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Clarkson. 9 points last game. From deep 3-point range. And that one is off. Now the Suns take it the other way. Here's Jerome. Knocked loose. Saric looking around. Here's Baines. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Mudiay pass to Gobert. Here's Niang. His last outing, he had 8 points. They need this. Another miss by Utah. Phoenix leading by 5. Here's Jerome. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, easy call.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. So it's the Jazz now. The Jazz shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. And the first one at the line is good.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Mudiay must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
Outside Carter. He can't hit that time. They're scoring fast and furious as we end the first. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vamanos. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. Emmanuel Mudiay out there with Clarkson. And it's Rudy Gobert. Then there's Davis. And it's Niang in at small forward.
Interesting that Phoenix has gone through all these different iterations since the loss of Hall of Famer Steve Nash, but this young core potentially coming together where they've bookended their front court and their back court with Ayton and Booker. I'm not sure where the lack of focus comes in there, Kevin. That's not like him. The defense is close, but there's enough space to score.
And here we go. Mudiay heading to the hoop. Kicks it to Gobert. Pass to Niang. 5 to shoot. Tries again. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Niang's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Jazz. Well, Brent, looking at the Suns' future, Ayton's development could really determine how far they rise.
I think it's not all on his shoulders, but certainly as a big guy out there, to have a presence on a nightly basis and some consistency is the challenge for DeAndre Ayton. He has all the physical tools and by all accounts has the work ethic to go along with it.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Kaminsky. Here's Baines. Davis with some nice D.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Phoenix leading by 4. Goes up at the stripe. And it's Baines missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Clarkson finds Davis. They swipe it. And now the fast break. Kaminsky with the ball. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. The three-pointer off the mark. And so Gobert will bring it up for Utah. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. And now the Suns, a fast break. Here's Kaminsky. Gobert with the block. And the officials now calling the shooting foul. He got a lot of ball on the block, but also got the body. So some free throws coming up right now. The Suns have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Joe Ingles, who's checked in for Rudy Gobert. O'Neal comes in for George Niang. Mitchell, he's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. And it's Mike Conley in for Moutier.
That's the energy Ed Davis needs to play with consistently. A big-time finish on the rebound.
Johnson dishes to Kaminsky. Johnson kicks to Kaminsky. Launches a 3. O'Neal with the rebound. Jazz trail by 4. Over to the wing. Mitchell wide open. Utah gets it back. Ingles passes to Davis. Over Ayton. And it's Davis missing.
Nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area. That's a miss he's going to be disappointed with. That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Here's Rubio. It's good. Each year, so many coaching changes. Brent, do you feel they generally get too much blame when things go wrong?
I don't know if blame is the word, Kevin. That's just the easy out for a lot of organizations that want to make some changes. The main thing that's frustrating, I think, for the coaching fraternity is patience. You have to be realistic about the potential of your team and how much time it takes to grow what it is that coach's culture is all about. That's where teams sometimes lose out and give up on somebody a little bit early.
But these guys go into it eyes wide open.
Oh, there's no question about it. And really good coaches in the NBA know that it might not last all that long. So they're going to be who they are. That's who you want to hire. Hire a coach who knows exactly who he is, both coming in the door and walking away.
And here is Mitchell. After Devin Booker getting his shot to go from deep. That one drops for him. 6 points for Donovan Mitchell.
My goodness, what a move there to lose the defender. Got him on his heels, and then he made it look easy from there on in.
Johnson outside. Rubio outside. Lets it go from deep. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The drive by Mitchell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Ricky Rubio picks one up.
And maybe a good decision by the defender to foul. Davis's free throw percentage isn't much higher than his field goal percentage.
Phoenix has gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. On the wing, Booker. Back to Rubio. Bridges kicks to Rubio. Here's Booker. Here's Johnson. Over O'Neal. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basket. Things were going Phoenix's way from the beginning. Their lead at one point was up to 7, and they had... Thanks for joining.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Utah trailing here. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Bridges, and it's Ayton in at the 5.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Now, here's Rubio. And here's Booker from the arc. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Jazz trail by 3.
Every shot in his arsenal, Devin Booker, is pretty impressive. He can shoot it from deep. He moves well without the basketball. He can create with others. He is a young offensive force and is an interesting player to watch in terms of what develops next.
Poke loose. Mitchell finds Ingles. Mitchell against Booker. The drive by Mitchell. Out to Conley. Just 5 on the clock. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And Brent, with Booker, the ball handling and creativity he has puts him among the elite guards in the league.
You wonder if Phoenix can find a way to get some more talent around Devin Booker. What happens when all of the attention is not on him? He's already proven he's a great scorer. Where else can he go?
Here's O'Neal. Following the basket by DeAndre Ayton. Gobert the pass to Conley. Back to Gobert. The dish to Ingles. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Jazz have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. A different look for Utah. George Niang, he's checked in for O'Neal. Clarkson comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. And slam dunk by Saric.
And you have to get Saric out of the paint. Once he's inside, he's ready to take it home.
Clarkson dishes to Ingles. Back to Clarkson. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
And the Suns making a change here. Booker's checked in. Now, here's Clarkson. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. The Suns have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Here's Baines for 3. Booker. And no good that time. And Utah the other way now.
His shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Moutier, no good.
He'd love to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so.
Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession. While we've got a moment here, the top free throw shooters in the league. Devin Booker is second.
I mean, he's not going to miss many foul shots. That's for sure. He is a machine when he gets to the charity stripe.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Count that one. Booker's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Booker focused on scoring right there. Even under duress, Booker finding a way to sink a very tough shot. Always impressive when a smaller player has a nose for the ball and rises up amongst the taller ones to grab rebounds.
And that one drops.
I don't think this is a conditioning issue, but they look like they've lost their legs here in the second half.
And it's Moutier with the ball. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. 6-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. Start a 3-game homestand with that game. Now, here's Clarkson. Dishes it to Gobert. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Gobert's got his second basket of the game.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Left side, Saric. Kicks it out to Booker. Over Moutier. No good from Booker. Jazz trail by 4. Passes it to Niang. Here's Clarkson. Pass to Gobert. Jazz passing it around. Carter against Moutier. Gobert. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Booker outside. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul. Ricky Rubio checked in for Phoenix. Then for the Jazz, Mitchell, he's checked in for George Niang. And it's Mike Conley in for Moutier. No good from Booker. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Mitchell passes to Clarkson. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Hangs home the trifecta. Mitchell's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Jazz. Now the pass to Booker. To the paint. Here's Rubio. Takes it off the glass. Rubio's got his second bucket of the night.
Now, Booker's a good passer, becoming better in that area, and he knows how to work the ball around.
Mitchell right side. Over Saric. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight... And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So on the floor for Utah. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. And it's O'Neal in at the 3. And Phoenix has possession. They lead by 1. No good from Booker.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Conley against Johnson. Pass to Ingles. Plenty of space. That's in there. Conley with the assist. And the Jazz lead by 1. Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
Johnson outside. Over Ingles. Johnson can't hit.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
Now, here is O'Neal. Conley gets the bucket.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
They double-team Johnson. Here's Rubio. Phoenix, no good that time either.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, Kevin. That's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Mitchell's shot is good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Suns trail by 7. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Took him no time at all on that one. And that's 12 points for Devin Booker.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
Conley into the lane. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And that one, good. 14 points for Devin Booker.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
Jazz leading by 5. Here's Mitchell. No good with the triple.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Utah. From 12 feet out, it's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got 4 rebounds in this game. To tie it up. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
How about battling through the impact there and then wheeling that basketball in?
Saric is checked in for Johnson. And Bridges no good on that one. Utah's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. It's blocked.
And you can't be careless around Saric. When he's on you, he is looking to send that one back.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul. Stolen by O'Neal. And now running up the court, Ingles pushing it up. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. For Phoenix, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. And Saric kicks to Rubio. to take the lead. Here's Ayton. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket.
How about a pivotal hoop from DeAndre Ayton?
Well, for just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Conley, the pass to Gobert. And stolen by Ayton. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Bridges shot. Good.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Here's O'Neal. After Mikal Bridges' bucket. Mitchell finds Conley. And he's good on the three ball. Conley's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Utah.
I'm impressed with Conley's scoring ability here. He's an alert guard who understands how to attack the defense.
With three, Booker. Ingles with the rebound. Utah's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. High post, Gobert. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. .50 seconds left in the fourth. Conley feeling it out. Mitchell outside. Just 5 to shoot.
Good show of strength and confidence from Devin Booker that time. I like to see him active on the defensive end.
Pass to Bridges. Over to the left wing. Rubio against Ingles. Rubio, the pass to Saric. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Mitchell in the corner. He kicks it to Gobert. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
He hits the first one, and that ties the game up.
Still a solid point guard in this league. When Conley is healthy, he makes a considerable impact on both ends.
Booker outside. For the win. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. And so it's Utah who scraped by with the win. They break.